ChatGPT shares a lot of information, including your secrets. April Fool's Day comes with a surprise, and this is not a joke from Microsoft. And AI will help engineers until it does their jobs. All this and more in today's episode of MSP Dispatch.
This episode is presented by OIT VoIP. Enhance your client's communication abilities with our VoIP solution, featuring integrated billing, on-demand training, and live US support. Collaborate seamlessly with Microsoft Teams integration and put your entire phone system in your pocket with Mobile X. Improve your offerings and increase profitability with reliable service for 1/10 of the average MSP acquisition cost. To learn more, visit oit.co or dial 844-CALL-OIT.
Good morning and welcome to the March 19th episode of MSP Dispatch, your source for news, community events, and commentary in the MSP channel. My name is Tony Francisco and I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Mr. Ray Orsini. Ray, how are you doing, brother? On episode 189, we're coming up on 200 episodes of this amazing podcast. Talk to me. How have you been? Wait, pause. It was awesome seeing you last week. Awesome.
I know. And they're going to have to go follow your socials to go see the picture because the picture is great. I mean, it is like the two very best friends that ever could be. I mean, you know.
And what's with the quality of your camera? Why does your camera look so much better? Oh, I just realized you're on Android. Damn it. I was he's waiting for that one to say it.
But blue bubbles. No, I was going to say because I spent a ridiculous amount of money on toys I don't need. But, you know, besides that, no, I'm good, dude. I came back from Rob, right a boom. That was a fun and crazy week. Went straight to Chicago, got to hang out with you. That was also a fun and crazy few days. Then I crashed for 48 hours in my own house. And I'm sorry, because I can see crash is maybe a bad word for you right now. Because I notice you have, is this makeup? Are you ready for Halloween? What is going on here, dude?
Okay, we'll just get this out on the table for everyone. So I went for a bike ride with my sons, and I fell off it was a serious, it was probably a 15-foot drop. My tire pitched out. I crashed into a bridge, and I have a little road rash here. It broke my pinky. You guys missed earlier. My shoulder was all jacked up. My ribs, I broke my handlebars. It was a pretty nasty fall. But we have clearly and officially determined I suck at riding bikes. So I'm going to stick to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA part of that, which is far less injuries over there, which is fascinating to say.
I love that you come back all beat up, and anybody that knows you would be like, "Oh, you got beat up again," doing the BJJ, yeah. And you're like, "No, you know that thing you say you'll never forget. You never forget how to ride a bike." I ate it, dude. I get it. The bridge jumped out at you. Let's move on from this before we crash again. Let's get into the news.
Let's get some news. Let's do it.
In our top main story, ChatGPT spills secrets in a novel PoC attack. The story is written by Jai Vijayan for Dark Reading. A team of researchers from Google, DeepMind, OpenAI, and several universities unveiled a novel attack to extract key architectural information from large language models, or LLMs, like ChatGPT and Google Palm 2. This new method reveals hidden data within LLM-enabled chatbots, potentially allowing threat actors to duplicate or misuse their functionality. Unlike previous approaches, which focused on the initial input layer, this top-down strategy involved making targeted queries to extract insights into how the model processes data. By targeting the final layer of neural network architecture responsible for output predictions, the researchers could gain valuable insights into model behavior. And because their successful attack could steal a small part of the protected AI model, it raised concerns about more extensive data theft, potentially compromising model integrity and revealing crucial details about parameters and architecture. Tony, you know a little bit about taking a spill. I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't let that one go. I'm sorry. So, this isn't the first time engineers have played around with the LLMs. We talked about when Bing started, laying into one of the people trying it out. We've seen, being able to get around where imagine if you were trying to create something to hack into whatever. Is this just another iteration of that, or is this something more that we should be more concerned about?
So let's clear the noise here. We're talking about attacking specific layers of a framework in an architecture that is supposed to have an output of an amazing craftsmanship of information after the query is done on the back end. And what's happening is they're attacking each of these layers independently, and they're finding that layer by layer, they are able to extract information and then correlate information from each of the other layers, which of course can expose those queries, the initial queries, which you're not supposed to know, and the information itself. So large language models as they exist are a canonical example of white noise that chaos is creating something amazing. And this is what's happened. The problem with that is the framework, the architecture that's being used is now being exploited. And I'm wondering what the resolution is. This is terrifying to me personally, because just so everyone understands, this is no longer the, I'm going to go back into your database and find information that's in clear text. This is now finding out the questions that you ask, which mostly has such sensitive, critical information and the way you think and the problems that you're facing. In my opinion, that's even worse than the end result that's stored in the back end, potentially in clear text, the usual exploits. Sorry, I'm going on and on about this, but I think I'm terrified. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Starting the year strong, terrified.
Right on, coming in hot.
No, so but I agree with you 100%. The problem is, we talk about quantum computing, we talk about GPU accelerated hacking, we talk about, these ridiculously powerful computers' ability to tear through rainbow tables and whatever else. And so now we have AI, these LLMs, it's not the AI part, it's the LLM part that's the dangerous part, that have this ridiculous amount of information. And then you have the AI that's able to process it and correlate data, like you're saying. I mean, we've seen complaints online about Google being able to identify individual users based on how they use their mouse on the screen. And this is that level of data processing at a grand scale, and it's terrifying. It's not the access, it's the access and the means. And let's be honest, like we talked about with the TikTok story, they have the motive to sell the data, or they have the motive to take the data and make, nefarious actions. So I agree with you. I think it is terrifying. I think it is. I also think it's just the next iteration of what we have to focus on with security. I'm really hoping they do. I don't know what else to say on the subject other than
I think we're saying the right thing, which is saying the same thing, which is this is not parenthetical. This is something that people are like, it's not our backend data, it's not the core data. This is worse. This is the questions, the context, the problems that you're asking, your logic to get to the backend data. And oh, by the way, now that they have everything prior to that, they can correlate and pull the back end data. And so I think it's a combination of everything. And it's just, it's baked into the framework, and the exploitation of that framework is going to lead to, I believe, much larger problems, because now we're talking about not just back end data that's stored in clear text, but maybe potential issues that you're having inside an organization that will lead to other ways to exploit data.
Yeah, Tony, you've terrified me enough. I need to change the subject. I'm gonna give a little lesser known fact to the audience. Tony and I actually have nicknames. I'm Maverick, he's Goose. And besides that we have a need for speed, we have a need for more stories. Come on, take it away, my co-pilot.
Jumping on my first story from Microsoft.com. Microsoft Copilot for Security is general availability on April 1st, 2024 with new capabilities. In a story from Vasu Jakal at Microsoft Security, Microsoft announced the global availability of Microsoft Copilot for Security on April 1st, 2024, with the capability to process prompts and respond in 8 languages. Copilot, the industry's first generative AI solution, aids security and IT professionals to detect threats, accelerate processes and enhance team expertise by processing over 70 trillion security signals daily to provide tailored insights. Notably, experienced security analysts using Copilot demonstrated a 22% increase in speed and 7% improvement in accuracy across tasks. Microsoft also introduced a pay-as-you-go licensing model for broader accessibility, allowing quick adoption and scalability according to needs and budgets. Copilot's new capabilities include custom prompt books, knowledge base integrations, and multi-language support. Integrated with Microsoft security products, Copilot enhanced user experiences and facilitates seamless threat response, emphasizing Microsoft's commitment to enabling AI-powered security for all. Ray, I hear something good, but at the same time, we just got done talking about AI leaking your stories, let me rephrase that, large language models leaking your information on the back end. But now we're hearing AI is good. It's going to help everyone. You got to help me sort this out, man. You got to help me. I feel like, okay, here's a warning. Here's a public warning for everyone. But hold on, before I get to that, this is really, really good. Okay, back to the public warning. Sort it out for us, Ray.
I like it. Like when I look at security, and I look at AI, that seems to me like the best marriage possible. I get the marketing and the customer management, the account management, and sales and all the other stuff, and everybody talks about like how great AI is for that. But just like we were talking about the last story, when you have the ability to take enormous data sets, process in real time with context, that's the part that the human usually brings to the table, the context part, the judgment part. When you can have AI do that, I think that's phenomenal. I think that's great. And there's always going to be a few scary parts of things. But yay, progress. Am I wrong here? Am I off base here? Am I misinterpreting? What's your take?
Here's what I see. Hey, listen, we have a problem with crime, and people are using knives and clubs. And then this invention of a portable carry, what's that called? Yeah, gun. Great for law enforcement until the bad guys get the guns. And then now you're like, hey, we got a problem with guns. We got a problem with it. AI is great. It's going to do this wonderful, amazing. But hold on, until the bad guys get the AI. Okay, we got a problem with AI. And I'm trying to figure out, like, is this just an ongoing cyclical scenario that we're going to see? It doesn't matter what new technology we bring to the table. Once the bad guys get it, it's going to be misused, and we need something to counter that. And the question is, how do we counter the bad guys using AI? When is that going to occur? Am I thinking too far ahead? Am I too paranoid?
No, I don't think you're too paranoid. I think these are viable questions that we need to be asking, and I think that's how we prepare for any kind of security. I'm not going to even say I hope that the architects creating this stuff are thinking about this. I know they are. It's a frequent topic of conversation whether they'll do it to a degree that is safe for the general public. Steve Gibson from GRC Research is often quoted as saying, you can't say that anything is the most secure product ever until it's been tested. So you can make plans, but like when you make plans and God laughs, sometimes when you make plans, Lockbit laughs. You know what I mean?
So AI is good. AI
until
can be bad.
Skynet takes care.
Yeah. Yes, and but let's wrap this up because you're hurting my brain. You're going to tell us right now about how much better AI actually is for us, and you're going to say that it's doing amazing things for us, especially people that are building things, especially engineers. I think that's what you're going to talk about. Ray, passing it to you. Talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, AI is great for jobs and. Yeah, unfortunately, Tony, this next story has new AI assistant threatening software engineering jobs in a story written by Sandeep Bhutke for InfoWorld. San Francisco-based startup Cognition AI aims to revolutionize the software engineering landscape with its new AI assistant, Devin. Equipped with essential developer tools and capable of planning and executing complex engineering tasks, Devin collaborates actively with users during software development, providing real-time updates and addressing bugs. Its diverse functionalities include learning unfamiliar technologies, autonomously finding and fixing code-based bugs, and contributing to open source repositories. Devin's capabilities extend to real-world tasks, as demonstrated by successfully completing assignments on platforms like Upwork. While industry experts caution about the potential consequences of AI-driven advancements, others praise Devin's unique capabilities and anticipate its transformative impact on software development. And as Devin continues to evolve, it signals a shift towards prompt-to-action engineering and potentially reshaping the roles of traditional software engineers in the future. All right, Tony, I don't know if I'm making this better or worse. Okay. AI is going to take our jobs. And then we come in and say, no, it's not. It's just going to change how you interact with your job. And then AI is going to take software engineering jobs. What's the appropriate reaction here, Tony? Before I run out screaming with my hair on fire.
So I was researching Devin, and you have to get on a wait list, and somehow I got access, and I was doing it this weekend. I was playing around with it, and I did not know the story was coming up. I have deep concerns. I still think it's in its rudimentary phase. So of course, I'm going to walk this back a little bit into a rational way of thinking. So everyone out there that's building, a load balanced geographically specific area that has to adhere to, data governance based on, data residency, you're probably okay. You're probably okay for a little bit, 20 minutes, maybe a day, but you're okay for now. Those that are making a mobile app, which has a web-based interface, less okay. Those that are making an app with, that are in a programming language specific to the operating system, i.e. iOS or Android, very simple apps, less okay. As the app becomes an integral part of something else, you're going to be okay for a while. But ironically, this is where the help may come to play. This is where you can now create that app that you've really, really struggled on getting the resources for to extend your web-based service now to the mobile environment. You can do that quickly. I'm not telling you that it's going to be extraordinarily secure or load balanced, but it will check the box that you have an app. And from there, you can do a kind of a canary test to see if this actually will survive in the real world environment. And if it does, then you can bring on probably more skilled developers, better resources to develop something more robust. So that's my take on it. But I was playing with it. This is a deep concern of mine personally, because I would love to be able to click a button and roll out a drone, a fleet of developers for a very complex task, and I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's there either. I think it's probably going to move toward there. When you look at low code, no code options, this makes a lot of sense. That stuff's already there. When I want to do this, I want to attach this, it does the underground piping for it. The whole beauty of the goal of generative AI is to do plain text conversations and have very technical or very detailed and accurate answers. Unfortunately, the accuracy is varied from implementation and question to question. But I do think this makes a lot of sense. I was thinking about actually talking about having ideas while you're naked. I wasn't naked. I was using the facilities, and I was thinking about why an inexperienced person should give ideas but never requirements. And the difference between somebody that's new at this and somebody that's experienced at this is the experienced person. You ever have the situation where you have this thing and you're like, I want to start working on this, and you have a bunch of ideas, and then you wait the next day and you have ideas that counterman those original ideas because you thought about it more, you have better ideas. Well, somebody who's had experience doing something for a year, 5 years, 10 years, they've had that situation already. They've come up with those things that are not good answers. And how does it make sense on this story? Well, you're going to need those experienced software engineers that know what questions to ask, know what things to plan for, so you don't have scope creep, which is the death nail for any software dev house, right? So scope creep pisses off customers. So scope creep pisses off the dev house. It's a tear on financials, tear on budget, drives everybody freaking bonkers. And how do you prevent that? Well, you prevent it by having good project management. An engineer accounts for the unknown. An engineer asks all the questions. So I don't think, while I think AI could get better and better and better at getting there, I don't think it replaces the knowledge and experience of a software dev. Now, their efficiency, it will increase their efficiency without question. It will provide better adherence to best practices and more secure code, ideally, right? Because you want the whole reason we have process and documentation is so that you have the same result every single time. The hardest thing of managing people is getting them to follow the process and documentation. So those are the areas I believe AI can help. And for that, I'm all for it. As long as you don't listen to the other stories we had today where people were manipulating LLMs to pull information.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know what? I think I dug a hole and then jumped into it and then covered myself in the hole.
Dude, I was like, your hypocrisy is boundless right now. It is boundless.
Boundless and recorded just the way we like it here at MMN. With that, Tony, dig me out of this hole. Let's get into some notables.
We got good notables. Let's do it. My first notable mention from prnewswire.com. MSP 360 announces strategic expansion into EMEA through local software reseller partnerships. MSP 360, a backup and IT management solution provider, has expanded into Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, EMEA, through partnerships with local resellers. This move responds to the region's increasing demand for reliable cloud backup solutions. By collaborating with partners like MSP Nordics, Bulwark Technologies, and others, MSP 360 aims to offer its innovative backup solutions to businesses across EMEA. Their suite of products supports popular cloud storage providers like AWS and Azure, ensuring seamless integration into existing IT environments. CEO Brian Helwig emphasizes their commitment to providing simple yet powerful tools for data management, focusing on supporting businesses and safeguarding their data. The partnership model emphasizes localized support, with resellers receiving comprehensive training to effectively deploy MSP 360 solutions for their clients. In my next notable mention from TheVerge.com, Microsoft is stuffing pop-up ads into Google Chrome on Windows again. Microsoft is once again inserting pop-up ads into Google Chrome to promote Bing as the default search engine in Windows 10 and 11. Despite resembling malware, Microsoft confirms these prompts are genuine and they are designed to appear only once. Users have expressed frustration over Microsoft's persistent efforts to push Bing and Edge through pop-ups, taskbar notifications, and by other means. While Microsoft claims to value user choice, it lacks an easy option to disable these prompts permanently. This move follows previous attempts by Microsoft to sway users towards Edge and Bing, including automatic imports from Chrome, causing further irritation among Windows users.
In my first notable mention, Google is changing how Chrome detects and warns you about unsafe sites, in a story written by Frederic Lardinois for TechCrunch. Google has announced a significant update to its safe browsing feature in Chrome, enabling real-time checks against a server-side list without compromising user privacy. Formerly, Chrome downloaded a list of risky sites every 1 to 2 hours, but now it sends URLs to Google servers for immediate checks against an updated list. This system is designed to catch more phishing attacks, as malicious sites typically vanish within 10 minutes. The enhanced mode, which offers better protection, remains optional. Google prioritizes user privacy with URL obfuscation, encryption, and partnering with Fastly for data anonymity. And in my second notable mention, Windows 11 gets single Teams app for work and personal accounts, in a story written by Sergio Gatlan for Bleeping Computer. Microsoft is launching a single Teams app for all account types, including work, school, and personal profiles on Windows and Mac OS. This unified application will streamline account switching and improve notification clarity, enhancing user experience across different environments. Currently available as a preview for Windows Insiders, the app will be available to commercial customers in April. Future updates will simplify naming conventions and allow users to select accounts before meetings, providing a seamless multi-window experience.
In our resource of the week, 1Password announces availability through Amazon Web Services Marketplace in businesswire.com. 1Password has joined the Amazon Web Services Partner Network, that's APN, and is now available in the AWS Marketplace, offering its enterprise password manager solution to AWS global partners. With a focus on simplifying procurement processes, 1Password empowers companies to secure employee identities and access sensitive data. Its zero-knowledge security model, utilized by over 100,000 businesses worldwide, ensures secure and convenient identity protection. Key features include interoperability, differentiated security models, enterprise integrations, and global policy capabilities catering to businesses of all sizes. For more information, check out 1Password's offering in AWS Marketplace. The link is in the show notes below.
In our feedback from the YouTubes, in our special report recorded with Joey Beland at Write a Boom, at Mason QQQ says, I've been at 4 MSPs and I do often see when MSPs don't hold themselves accountable to the same standards that they do their customers. Sadly, I agree with you 100%. I've seen it myself. And also at DisJosh23, who's also a moderator on the MMN Discord, says, this was a really great discussion interview and a fantastic point. Thanks for having this. Well, thanks for listening, Josh.
There are plenty of amazing upcoming events taking place across the community, so let's see what's happening this week. Later today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Transforming Security Awareness Training with Huntress SAT. And then beginning tomorrow through the 21st, an in-person event, ASCII Edge in Houston, Texas. And then on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, MSP Revenue Generator in Raleigh, North Carolina. And coming from the MSP Media Network this week we have, later today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wins and Losses returns with episode 14. And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., AI Roundup will be back for episode 65. And on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the Tech Bar St. Patty's Day Special welcomes David Son and Matthew Pincus of Helped.
Hey, I'm Powerhouse Ray.
And I'm Super Cousin Danny.
And we're the hosts of
The Tech Bar.
Pull up a stool with us every other Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for drinks, jokes, and games with your friends in the MSP channel.
So how'd you like today's show? If you like it, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you didn't like it, make sure you hit it an odd number of times so we still get the thumbs up, but you get the satisfaction showing how much you just did not like this show. If you want to hear more, though, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube or your favorite podcatcher. Did you know that we have a Discord where you can post these stories, comment on them, and even vote on stories that we're going to cover in the next shows? As our friend Rich Benke says, make sure you tell a friend. Be sure to follow us on social media at MSP Media TV. Have any questions? Email us anytime, news@mspmedia.tv for answers on the next episode. Or just call us and leave us a voicemail at 833-MSP-Network. Ray, today, another amazing show. You thank you for dealing with my gimpy self. I'm all road rashed up and broken, but you did not break me emotionally today. You left me intact. You sheltered in the most supportive way the normal neurotic behavior by taking the heat and load balancing between how much we trust AI, how much we should hate AI. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why don't you go ahead and land this plane? Walk us down.
Tony, I'm almost reticent to say goodbye to you because the last time we hung out, we had an amazing time. And then fast forward a couple days, I found out you ran into a bridge. So I'm worried for your safety, my friend. Like, do me a favor. All I'm asking, don't run into any more fixed things.
It's gotta stop. This wasn't, do you know it was really fixed though? Do you know it was really, that bridge said, hey, which way
you would have, okay, you know how I know it was fixed? Because if there was anything else that would make it more like it wasn't you absolutely would have brought up, oh no, there was a glare in my face, and then this like rare bird came out, and there was a bald eagle because America. Like, you would have said those things, dude. Like, the crane operator was swinging around, and it was a moving bridge, and none of that happened.
No,
it was
it was there, and it says, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "I'm going to do that right there." And then I walked away, and I said, "I should not have done that. I should not have done that."
So two bad decisions. I'll just grab my fireball here and say, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves and each other.
Be safe, everyone.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.
And AI will help engineers until it does its job. Fuck me. One more time. One more last time. Ready?
Dun, 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 dun. And I'm a Bill.
I'm just a Bill. Just a Bill on top of Capitol Hill.
It's Tony's good morning, right?
Oh, it's my good morning. Okay. I was actually looking up the lyrics to Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a Bill. Not joking.
I think I'm just saying, like, after the bloopers, Phil should put like part of that video, whatever won't get us like.
That's exactly. I said, I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill. And I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee, and I'll sit here and wait. Sorry.
Okay, so now he doesn't even need to find the video. He's got that. He's got that. So